Hello, my friend. I am so excited for today's video. I haven't done a video like this in a really long time, and sometimes it's just fun to just sit down, play with new makeup, and see what we think. So the idea behind this is that I wanted to shop like I was Jen back in 2009, just going to the store, having absolutely no idea what was good, what wasn't good, and really just buying things based on the packaging and the marketing. So what I did was I went to Ulta, I did that, I got one product for a full face from all different brands, so there's no brand repeated through this video, and we're just gonna try it all out together and see how it is. So if that sounds like fun, hang tight, we're getting into it right now. Okay, by the way, I want to give a quick little shout out before I show you what I got to my shirts. This is my super freaking rock star shirt. My friend Linda from Glitter Fallout, this is her merch. She just started a brand new series over on her channel called How It Started, and it's based on things people know about, but they may not know how it started. So I just watched the one she did on the Satanic Panic, and that was a big deal in my childhood. Late 80s, early 90s, huge deal when people were thinking there was so much Satanism in the world, and it was all media overblown. It was all in, music being accused and Dungeons and Dragons and like all. Linda goes through everything, and she tells the story so freaking well while she does her makeup, of course. And Linda is just amazing. She's a wonderful person, and even if she wasn't my friend, I would still definitely recommend this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and link it down below for you in case you want to check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom in and let's get started with the makeup. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. Let's start with primer. The one that called to me the most was the I Heart Revolution Strawberry Whip Pore Blurring Primer. Anything food related is gonna call to me. Anything that may be scented, it's like, yes, please. I don't know, it's a thing, scented makeup. Let's see if it smells. It does. It smells like strawberries. And it's tinted a little bit. It's darker than it's about matches my skin tone. Oh, I forgot to put on my bear ears. I'll be right back. All right, let's get my bear ears on so I don't get this all over my hair. Okay, so it definitely has a silicone-y kind of feel to it. Oh yeah, it's got a silicone slip to it, which makes sense because it is a pore filling primer. It feels really nice. It feels like a typical pore filling primer, except for that it does have a bit of a strawberry scent, which I personally enjoy. I don't know, I'm a very olfactory person. I like things to smell good. I know not everybody can do that. Some people are allergic to fragrance, and some people just don't like it. I know that some people, it gives them a headache. That actually feels very nice. It definitely doesn't like seep into the skin or anything. It just makes my skin feel nice and smooth. Now this packaging definitely called to me. I've never tried this, and I've been really into lighter coverage products lately. This is the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. And if you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's got these little bumps, and just that extra texture is really interesting. And I really like that. And I like the color story on it too with the, I guess it's not really a color story if it's a packaging, but like the light pink with the color of the product here and the white, I don't know, it's just really pretty. So cross your fingers. I just went by the color on the tube, so I'm hoping that I got the right shade. If not, we'll just deal with it. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little dark, which is interesting because this is light 1. And if you look at it next to the tube, I guess I don't know, what do you think? Do you think that matches the outside of the tube? Let me know. It definitely feels thicker than I expected for a tinted moisturizer. One thing I like about tinted moisturizers too is that they're very forgiving on shade because they're so thin that your natural skin color kind of shines through a bit. This is really pretty yellow though. I like it though, that's a pretty finish. Feels nice and light. I like that first impression. Very nice. I feel like I didn't really get the pore filling as much. I don't have very large pores, but my pores kind of look the same, and that may have been just my application. I was patting it in, but it's not really, I don't know, maybe I blended it too much with the brush. I don't know, pore filling primers, if you have a strategy for that, as I get older, my pores are getting a little bit larger. I would love to know how you apply your foundation over top of a pore filling primer. Do you pat it on as well so that you don't like mush the pore filling out of your pores? I don't know. Next up, Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. And I just want my concealer to tell me that I'm magic because that makes me happy. I got the shade 19. This, I would imagine, is going to be a lot more coverage than what I just put on, and it's definitely a lot lighter. Oh, That actually might be quite perfect. If you've never seen one of these brushes before, this is by a company called Moda. They used to send me a lot of PR. I haven't gotten PR from them in a long time, but I still really like using these kinds of brushes to spread out my concealer. I feel like it does a nice job, and then I just pat a little bit. That is really light compared to the Tinted Moisturizer. This will probably work better for me when I don't have a little bit of darkening of my skin from the sun from summer. I swear, I've worn so much sunscreen. I've worn sunscreen every single day, and I think this is the first summer I've worn sunscreen every single day, but I still have color on my skin. I probably just didn't apply enough on some day or days. All right, so I don't feel like the coverage is a lot. Let me put a little bit more. Maybe it was the application. First impression, it's so hard to know truly how a product works. Maybe I'll just pat it with my fingers. I definitely don't like the contrast between this and the Tinted Moisturizer. I mean, I guess it's brightening it a little bit. I don't think it looks that bad. It looks fine. Okay, for brows, I couldn't really find a brow product that I thought looked super markety, but I've always really liked the Maybelline Tattoo Studio marketing, and the fact that it says 36 hours, that would totally impress me if I had never tried anything like this before. I feel like most major brands at this point, I think I've said this before, have really nailed brow pencils. It's rare that I buy one that I don't like anymore. Most major brands are doing pretty good as far as having a brow pencil that is not too stiff and one that is not too creamy, because if it's too creamy, then it like sticks in the brow. If it's too stiff, it's too hard to go on. But let's see, I've never used this one. Okay, it is definitely on the creamier side. Oh yeah, it's definitely more on the pomade in a pencil kind of side. Whoa, that is thick. This would be very difficult to do individual brush strokes, which I would rather over one that's too hard, but still, it's a little more than I was looking for. If you've ever tried any of these products, definitely let me know down in the comments what you think of them. And I'm gonna keep trying them, and I'm sure some of them will show up in favorites and fails at the end of the month. It didn't turn out too bad. I'm really excited about this powder. This is the Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Powder, and I was like, I hope it smells like cherries. I'm such a sucker, man. I'm such a sucker. Let's see, and hopefully it doesn't leave my face white. We will see, 'cause sometimes that's an issue. This is kind of cool that it's got like this little bowl thing here. Oh, I see how it is. I was gonna say maybe I can tap the product into there, maybe not. Okay, so before I put this all over my face, it looks pretty white. Oh, I'm scared. Oh no, please blend. Okay, it is blending in. It's one of those that has a little cushion inside. Wait, first, does it smell? A little. It smells like cherry scented makeup. It's not super pleasant. It's fine. Okay, so it's not really leaving a bad white cast under my eyes. That's good. That is a big deal. One time I got one of the pressed ones from Revolution, and it was like straight white, like mime white. It was not good. It was bad. It's like, how in the world does that even get past the quality assurance department, if they have one? What I've been doing lately with my powder is I've been setting under my eyes, and then a little bit on my forehead, and then on my chin, and leaving it at that and not setting the rest of my face. And I really like the way that looks. I know a lot of us, as we, go through our journey on YouTube, different people tell us about the different rules of putting on makeup. And I know as someone that creates content, people are always telling me that I'm doing things wrong, that so-and-so says to do it like this, or they do it like this, and this way is so much better. But I think it's really important to just go with what works for you. And I really personally very much love just setting like my T-zone, and it's working out great for me, and under my eyes, of course. So the eyeshadow I got is from Essence, and this is the Dancing Green eyeshadow palette with a little disco ball. It's so cute. Wait till you see the inside of this. Oh my gosh. It is so freaking cute. I love it. I love it. So let's play. Oh, I forgot to get an eyeshadow primer. Oh well, we're just doing, well, you know what? Let me get a drugstore eyeshadow primer. I'll be right back. If you have never tried the Ulta Matte Eye Primer in Nude, hate the name, love the product. This is a fantastic eye primer, and I think it's like 10 bucks maybe? I think they may have raised the price to 11 or 12, but it is fabulous. It is just as good as a high-end eyeshadow primer. I have heard the Milani one is great. It has been a very long time, and I honestly don't remember whether I like that one or not. But I feel like that's kind of everybody's favorite. I can't really speak to that one, but I can speak to like Urban Decay Primer Potion and some of the really expensive ones, and this one I feel like definitely compares. So that's the only thing that I didn't purchase for this video. Let's try this shade right here. I feel like Essence has gone through kind of an evolution of their eyeshadows. They used to be really bad, but recently they have done so much better with the quality of their eyeshadows, and I feel like this is the new formula, and it is so much better. Oh my gosh, night and day. They are coming for ColourPop, I'm telling you, without as many releases, of course. Okay, I'm gonna use this dark green, kind of detail the outer corner a bit. Remember we used to talk about the outer V. I feel like I haven't heard anybody say outer V in literally maybe 5 years. I feel like it's a little bit patchy. I'm just gonna tap a little bit more product, try to get it in that patchy spot. A little bit of that brown shade. It's like muddying. Maybe that's my fault though. It's totally possible. All right, how's it looking? I think that looks pretty good. It ended up blending pretty well. It just took a little more work than some of my more favorite shadows, but it was not bad. All right, inner corner. Let's see. Let's swatch them to see what's happening with these shimmery guys. So that's what we've got. Okay, it looks like they'll probably build, but those are nice. All right, I'm gonna do like the silvery guy in the inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna use the dark green in the outer corner. That worked out really well. Sometimes you really need to use a fingertip in order to get them bold, but I feel like it did pretty well with the brush. Didn't really need that fingertip application. I'm gonna do it anyway just to make sure I've got it as bright as I can get it. Let's pop it right there a little bit too. That's looking pretty good. I like it, I like it. I'm gonna put just a little bit of this light one here in my inner corner. It's not really showing up much on my skin tone. That's okay. Maybe this is more of like a brow bone highlight. Should we do that? I haven't done a brow bone highlight and I don't know how long. Do you still do brow bone highlight? Did you ever do brow bone highlight? I used to because everyone else did it, but I never really did it because I liked it. All right, lower lash line, I'm gonna use the dark green. Yes. And I guess this shade here. There we go. So overall, first impression is it works very nicely, especially for the price point. It's a nice palette. The only thing is the mattes are a little patchy. They're a little bit harder to work with, but it's definitely doable, especially if you are at a higher skill level. You'll probably really love this. For eyeliner, I've never tried a ColourPop liquid eyeliner before, and I just love the packaging and the marketing for ColourPop, and I just got the black one. Okay, positives and negatives. Positive is that the point is very fine. Really like that. Negative is that I think it's a marker tip. I thought it was a brush tip, but it's a marker tip, so that means it's not going to bend to the eye as you apply, which is a little bit more difficult in my opinion. So the wings were a little bit harder. I'm not really the biggest fan of my big chunky wings, but I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't think I'll buy any more of these because I do like so many other ones better, but we'll have to see whether it smudges. So for the next one, remember I went into this like trying to just wipe out everything I knew about a brand and just go by the marketing, and I thought this mascara was absolutely beautiful. This is the Physicians Formula Fake Out Mascara with Silk Cotton. Now, Physicians Formula mascaras are not known for being good. So I do not expect a lot from this, but it's been a long time, so I wanted to give them a shot, and it is called the Fake Out Mascara, so I'm hoping that it'll give me some good length, good volume, you never know. It says it's a high-performing buildable mascara that lengthens, curls, and magnifies lashes for ultimate definition, so we shall see. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? So there is the one. It's one of those big chunky fat plastic ones. I don't see a lot of product here, so I would imagine it won't volumize a lot. Usually volumizing mascaras, at least that I've noticed, usually have a lot of product collect on the end of it, which there is some, but we will see. Well, on first swipe, it's actually better than I thought it was gonna be. One thing I love about the plastic wands is that they definitely separate the lashes more. All right, I do not have high hopes. We're going in with coat number 2. So we all have different lash needs. let's be positive here. We all have different lash needs. My needs are I want as much as possible. Give me the length, give me the volume. I don't really care as much about the curl because my lashes kind of naturally curl, so that's not really something that I look for, but I want lots of length and lots of volume. Some people already have very long lashes and don't want a lot of length and volume. This is for you then. It does blacken the lashes. It does give a little bit of length. We're gonna do coat number 3. Coat number 3 is actually giving me even more length, a little bit of volume, but I would say length is the strength here. But this is definitely not enough for me, which is kind of what I expected, but you know, it was worth a shot and I'm glad I tried it. Okay. So the next thing I got is gonna be a little bit of a project. I've never tried magnetic lashes before, the kind that stick with a magnetic liner. Now, Eylure has them. These are the ProMagnetic Magnetic Eyeliner and Lash System. No glue needed. So the idea is that you use the liner as your lash glue. So this is the package, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put on 3 coats of the eyeliner. You're supposed to let them dry in between, and after the 3rd coat dries, that's when you pop the lashes on, and they're supposed to just stick. So we'll see. So technically I probably could have just used this as liner, but honestly I didn't trust it and I wanted to try another eyeliner. Actually, let me swatch it so I can see what we're dealing with here. Oh, that is very black. And it's not gonna create a sharp line. The brush is definitely not a fine point. So maybe putting on liner before was a good idea. It's kind of giving that latex look. We'll have to see how it looks when it dries. First coat, it looks like it's not quite as shiny, but it's still pretty shiny. Not that that really matters that much, it's just something to note. I'm gonna go in with the 2nd coat. And I definitely like that I put liner on first because that way I can have the shape that I want, and this will just go over top, which is fine. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll do the last coat, let that dry. This is a lot, especially if you're trying to get ready in the morning. I'm just gonna come back after I've done the 3rd layer. You don't need to see me put it on again. All right, 3 coats are on. I'm a little nervous because these seem a little bit long and the magnet goes all the way to the end. So if I want to trim these, I have to trim it all the way to here, which I think might be too short, but that's better than too long. So we're gonna try too long and then see what happens, and we'll trim if we have to. So let's see how easily these go on if this works. Here we go. It's supposed to, oh, it does stick. What? Well, it was kind of a pain in the butt as far as doing the 3 coats. I wonder if I really needed to do 3 coats, but it worked. It stuck. Oh, it's coming off pretty easily though. So I wonder if these would last all day. Well, let's do a wear test. I wasn't planning on doing a wear test, but let's do that anyway because I am super curious about this. My lid itself is not sticky, but the magnets are legit sticking to the eyeliner. That is interesting. I'm gonna have to keep playing with these and see if I really do have to do 3 coats because I'm that person that is gonna be like trying to do the bare minimum when it comes to this stuff. The whole time I'm waiting for the liner to dry, I'm like, this is too much. Like, this is annoying. I hate this. But then it's like, but they went on so easily. It's not sticking to my outer corner over here. It's good on this side. This side looks really good, but this one, it's pulling up. I don't know if you can see. It's pulling up on the outer corner and the inner corner, and that may be the liner application on my end, but it's definitely not sticking right. It's like as soon as I open my eye, it pops off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit more of the liner on, let it dry, and then try again. All right, let's try again now that I have a little bit more applied to my outer corner. They're definitely easier to move around than using glue. So if you're new to using lashes, this may be a good option to try if you're not wanting to deal with the glue, but it is definitely not sticking to my outer corner or my inner corner. Like, look, let me show you. See right there? It's like not staying down. It's like, business, stay down. I loved them for a minute. It's like when you go like out to dinner in a movie and dinner is great, but then like he just starts farting all through the movie and you're like, never mind, forget it. Like that's where I'm at with these lashes. That never actually happened to me, but it's the analogy. Just go with the analogy. It could seem like a good idea, but now this side's lifting up on the inner corner. All right, we're just gonna keep going. I mean, they don't look bad, but like, oh, come on. It's like, it's so close. It's so close. Now it's looking really bad on this side. Oh. The last time when I went off camera, I only applied a little bit of the liner to this side, but now it's like completely removed on the inner corner, and that was the dry part. Why is it removing the dry stuff? What the heck, man? I guess maybe I took it on and off too many times, but like, oh, I'm so bummed. I really wanted to love these. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. That's so sad. All right, we'll just keep going. Blush palette. This is the BH Cosmetics Vanilla Cream Truffle 4-color blush palette. I grabbed the chocolate one at first, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is probably not supposed to be for my skin tone. So I grabbed this. Oh no, it's broken. I didn't open it before I bought it. It's a little cracked. That's my fault for not checking it. I just want to open it in the store. I felt a little weird doing that. But that's okay. It's still very much in the pan. It's fine. I'm gonna go in, let's do, since we have the green, let's go more of the corally orangey kind of situation. Ooh, it smells like sugar. Like a little bit chocolatey, but very sugary. I love that for me. The pigmentation gets a little bit stuck, but it's definitely blendable. Lately I've been doing this thing, and I love it. Isn't that cute? I love it. If you've not tried the blush across the nose sunburn look, it's cute. I can't even take these lashes anymore. They look stupid. Wonky lash. All right, taking them off. Now it looks like I have no lashes. We're in trouble here. We're in trouble. All right, let me get back to ColourPop. So at least I have a look that I can wear through the day. Oh my gosh, now it's all crinkly. Like I can feel the crinkles of the magnetic stuff. Like it's hard. And it's all blotchy looking. Oh, that's not good. I'm only going to my friend's house and she'll love me even if I have funky eyeliner. For highlight, I grabbed the Revolution. This is the Reloaded highlighter in Just My Type. And of course, it's the butter bronzer, butter highlighter texture that I really like as far as the marketing of this. It's very hard. It doesn't have any kind of bounce back or anything. Okay, I'm just gonna use the same brush I used for the blush. That's pretty. It's definitely, if I had large pores here, it would definitely be accentuating them. It's accentuating my pores. So do not recommend for that, but it is leaving a nice glow on my cheeks. It's definitely more intense. Bam, 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 bam. Blinded by the light. And then for lips, I grabbed this from LA Girl. This is a lipstick in Obsessed. And what I liked about this is I love the little lips on the top and I love the magnetic here. I don't know, I'm just easily amused by that. So let's see how this goes on. One thing I did not love is these were not sealed in the store and that freaked me out. So I did open this and look at it to make sure that it was not touched in any way because, I really feel like it needs to be a law that makeup needs to have some kind of seal on it when it's sold in the store. That's pretty. It's creamy. I'm not sure if it's my lips or the lipstick, but there's a little bit of a grit. Just a tiny bit. Like that it's not quite smooth and I'm not sure why. Kind of weird. Maybe it's just my crusty lips. It could be. Have you ever tried this lipstick? If you have you noticed that? Because I have a feeling it's my lips. I have a feeling it's not the lipstick. I really don't like this look without lashes. I wish I had gotten other lashes too. You know what? We're gonna put on my Ardells because I just bought those recently. I actually just ordered these from Ulta because they were having the big shampoo sale. I needed a new shampoo, so I got these while I was getting that because, you know, I love these. These are the Ardell 120s and they are super fab. But I've tried them before, so it's not gonna be a first impression. They're just awesome. One thing I was really surprised about the magnetic ones is that I didn't need to trim them because I do need to trim my Ardells. All right, I'm very much happier now. I feel like this looks so much better. Now, one thing I did notice is that I wiped it and I shouldn't have, but it seems like even though I don't have a lot of fine lines around my lips, that this lipstick seemed to be seeping a little bit into like the outside a little bit. So this would probably need a lip liner. I don't typically wear lip liners, but this will probably need a lip liner if you have any kind of fine lines around your lips. Pull my hair down. Woo! So this is the final look. What do you think? What's your favorite part? Least favorite part? Let me know. Let's go ahead and zoom out. All right, so I think that this would be most helpful if I do a wear test. So I'm gonna come back at the end of the night. I'm gonna go make some dinner. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, play some ukulele, and we'll be back. And while I am out doing my thing, I'm gonna have you watch my TikTok of the day. I just found this while I was waiting for my lashes to dry, my lash glue to dry, and I love it.
You know, sometimes there's a lady with a mohawk walking a donkey. Yeah, there's a black lady with a mohawk walking a donkey who also has a mohawk.
All right, just very quickly, I just arrived at my friend's house to practice ukulele together because we do it every Tuesday, and I just wanted to show you my lip color. My lipstick is gone, but my lips are still very stained from the lipstick, and I think it actually looks pretty good. I am gonna put on some lip balm though because my lips just feel awful, but I don't think that has to do with the lipstick. It may. I'm gonna have to keep trying it, but yeah, I just wanted to show you it's still there. Eyeshadow's looking pretty good. I looked in the mirror at my foundation and I felt like it didn't look great, but I don't know if it's the primer or the foundation. This is the problem with first impressions. So yeah, we'll go back into, this is of course natural light, but we'll go back into the studio in a minute and we can see it under the same lights again. All right, I'll see you in a second. Day is done. Oh my goodness, are my eyes as red as they feel? I'm so tired. It is currently 11 o'clock. Last time I saw you, it was about 3:30. So it's been quite a while. It's been a nice long wear test. Let's go ahead and zoom in and see how everything looks. How we looking? Let me look and see. Okay, my eyeshadow still looks freaking amazing. My lashes are falling off. Usually I don't have a problem with these lashes. This is Duo Lash Glue. I don't have a problem with these lashes, but it might be like it trying to stick to that magnetic liner and just having issues. But I don't see any like flaking or anything, which is good. I'm really impressed with my eyeshadow. That's cool. The Tinted Moisturizer looks like it's breaking up a little bit around my nose, maybe a little bit on my chin. Highlighter is still there a little bit, but it's mostly gone. But it is still there a little bit. Blush is pretty much gone. There's a little bit left, but pretty much gone. Lipstick is now, it's got a little bit of stain still, but that's mostly gone. So let's go through each product one by one and talk about kind of how I feel about everything. I'm gonna have to try these two separately and see what's happening with these. Maybe I applied too much primer, maybe they're just not a good match, but I honestly really didn't like the way that my foundation, or I guess tinted moisturizer, looked when I went upstairs and looked in natural light in a mirror. I really didn't like the way that it looked. So I'll keep playing with these, and I'm sure you're gonna see some of these things in favorites and fails this month, next month. I'll bring these back and let you know what I think once I play with them a little bit. I do enjoy the scent of this though. It's not a very overpowering scent, but it's enough to be significant enough to smell it. And yeah, I'll test that more. I'll let you know. Concealer wise, there's no creasing, and I feel like it would have creased by now if I was gonna have creasing with this concealer. So the only thing is I felt like with the way that I applied it, it needed a little building. There isn't a ton of coverage with it, but again, I'm gonna keep playing with this. So first impression, really good on the Juvia's Place concealer. The brow pencil, it's just a little thick to go on unless you want block brows. You just have to be really careful not to put it on too thick. So it's fine. I don't think this is something that I would repurchase just because it's a little too creamy for me, but it's fine. The powder, I'm a little concerned with how white it is for certain skin tones, but for me, it did blend in nicely. I want to try this with other types of bases, other foundations, other tinted moisturizers and things, and see how I feel about this. I do enjoy the scent. It's not fabulous, but it's nice. It's pleasant. It gives a nice experience. I'm just a little concerned about the white, that it may be a little intense on some people. Eyeshadow palette is definitely a yes. The only thing, like I was saying earlier, is that the mattes were a little difficult to blend, but if you can deal with that, highly recommend. The ColourPop eyeliner, I don't think I can give any kind of verdict on because I covered it up with the lash liner, the magnetic lash liner. I mean, nothing bad is happening. My wings are still there, and I didn't put the magnetic stuff over the wing, so I would imagine this is gonna be good. The only thing I don't like is I wish there was a brush tip that could really bend to the eye just for a little bit easier of an application, but I do like the really sharp point on this. Mascara isn't gonna be for me. I'm not surprised. It's fine. If you already have really long or very voluminous lashes, you may really like this. It's definitely the best Physicians Formula mascara that I've ever tried, but it's pretty weak even compared to some other drugstore mascaras like the Essence Lash Princess, even some L'Oreal mascaras. Really, you know, it's fine. It's fine. The Eylure magnetic lashes, I am going to keep trying these. I'm going to try them at least once more, probably twice more to see what I think. So far, not impressed. So far, don't think I'm going to be able to give this a positive review. Today's experience was not good, but I'm gonna keep trying it. So verdict isn't completely out, but I don't have high hopes. The highlighter was very nice, but it is very blingy. I did feel like it accentuated my pores, so if that is something you don't want, I would stay away from this. But if you do like a glowy highlighter and you don't have large pores, or you just don't care, it really was very pretty. Lasting power was decent, but not great. The BH Cosmetics blush palette, of course, I only used this one here. The application was very easy, a little too pigmented for my taste in that it was a little bit difficult to blend out, but it was fine. I do really like the shades in here. I think they're very pretty. So yeah, if you don't mind taking a little bit of extra effort to blend it out, you'll probably really like it. Lasting power was okay, not fabulous. And the lipstick, I really want to try this more too. I did really like the staining power on it. I was very impressed at how my lipstick lasted through the day until I topped it with lip balm, which made it pretty much go away. But I was very impressed that even after eating, that I had a nice stain, nice even stain on my lips. Very cool there. I don't know what was going on with me, my lips feeling a little gritty, and that's why I don't want to give a final review on this because I want to see what's up with that. But I am, again, gonna keep trying everything I talked about, but hopefully this was a good, solid first impression to give you an idea of how these products may perform. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've tried any of these products, please leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. In the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it, please leave your experiences down below. Is there anything that you're interested in that you haven't tried, that you may try? If you try any of these products in the future, please come back and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And if you would like to watch another video right now, YouTube should be recommending a couple of them for you right over here to watch. But if it is your time to go, it is absolutely no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!